The watch world is complex, so whether or not you are a watch nerd, it can be really hard to keep track of all the new releases as they come. You couldn't be faulted for missing some of the year's coolest timepieces, but we're here to make sure that doesn't happen. Now, to help get you up to speed, we talk about some of the best models released this year. Now, these are models being talked about among collectors and watch enthusiasts. There is something from almost every brand in this video. As you may know, new watches are coming out every week, and we mean every week. Watch businesses such as Rolex, Audemars Piguet, and Seiko, as well as watch trade exhibitions such as Watches and Wonders, never fail to leave us drooling. Now, brand buzz can frequently center on very modest modifications, like a new color for the dial, but we're more interested in the major ones that generate a stir in the watch business. This is because huge updates are more likely to have a significant impact. Don't you agree? At the beginning of each year, we make our predictions and fantasies, and while it's wonderful to be accurate, it's far more enjoyable to be pleasantly surprised by new watches that are inventive, artistic, or simply well designed. Now, these are the most exciting new luxury watch releases this year, and we'd be reviewing them in no particular order. Firstly, we have the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Self-Winding 50th Anniversary. You probably already know that this is a limited edition piece made to celebrate 50 years of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. And you are not alone if you expect it to have some special cutting-edge characteristics. Taking into account the watch's specs, its slim design sets it apart from many of the chunky watches that are popular on the market today. It also gives this model the delicate look of a watch made for special occasions. With its stainless steel case and matching strap, this watch looks much larger than its actual diameter thanks to a clever design that tilts the display. This anniversary edition is ideal since it combines the wearer's comfort with the appearance of something much more luxurious. Who doesn't want that? The hour markers and hands on this white, gold, and diamond watch are carved with a geometric pattern, and the watch is water resistant to a depth of 150 meters. The 40 diamonds, each weighing 0.2 carats, that adorn the bezel bring the whole thing to life. Also, because of the high polished chamfered edge surround finish, this watch's bezels stand out from the crowd and conveys a sense of superiority. Honestly, and this is us probably being biased, you won't find such a careful craftsmanship on a mass-produced timepiece, and the resulting shine is enhanced by the reflection of light from a variety of surfaces. Did we also mention it's designed for both men and women? Now you may be wondering what makes this version of the Royal Oak stand out from the rest. For starters, the 50th anniversary marking on the internal movement, visible through the rear of the watch, is the most noticeable visual distinction between this model and other Royal Oak watches, indicating that this model is exclusive as part of the restricted collection. This model differs from others in that the self-winding mechanism is built right into the watch's framework, adding functionality without distorting the watch's proportions or diminishing its aesthetic appeal. The launching of the anniversary model represents an improvement in design that maintains the same aesthetic while making the product more comfortable to wear and easier to use. Interested in buying already? The price of the 50th anniversary Royal Oak watch varies from vendor to vendor and auction to auction, but the rarity of the model routinely drives it into five-figure sales. You may purchase this beauty for a little over or under $60,000. Up next is IWC Pilot's watch Mark 20. So a lot of watch fans were hoping that the 2016 Mark 18, which was based on the legendary Mark 11, would finally be the watch they'd been waiting for all along. It was a highly wearable 39mm, caught the spirit of the Mark 11, and was met with significant criticism from enthusiasts due to a few minor design flaws and one big flaw. It used a standard, off-the-shelf movement manufactured by ETA. Anyway, the redesigned Mark 20 addresses these issues by featuring an internal movement, improved aesthetics, and a little more compact chassis. Everything appears to be near perfect, but for the $750 price increase due to the addition of the aforementioned enhancements. That part we didn't like, but we understood. Features to note include a water resistance of 100 meters, a thickness of 10.8 millimeters, and an in-house automated movement with a power reserve of 5 days. The diameter of the disc is 39 millimeters. Now let's talk about the Zenith Caliber 135 Observatoire. This extraordinary timepiece was the result of a unique partnership between Zenith, a famed independent watchmaker, and an auction company. Despite being completely unadorned, the caliber 135-0 movement won more observatory prizes for accuracy than any other movement in history in the 1950s. Anyway, to make the watches more suitable for the present collector, Zenith collaborated with Kari Voutilainen to restore and finish the movements and to create a new case design inspired by its watches from the 1950s. Up next is the Breitling Navitimer 2022 collection, which we absolutely adore. The first thing to note with this one is the mint green dial that measures 43mm in diameter. However, that is just one piece out of a variety of sizes and colours that the brand has released to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the iconic collection. The most recent versions are equipped with the manufacturer's in-house automated B01 movement, and their designs have been modernised in every way. They are available in cases of 46mm, 43mm and 41mm. Despite the fact that these colours are undeniably eye-catching, we would like to see more diversity in the future, possibly in the form of a monochromatic 41mm option in addition to the two sizes that are currently available. This timepiece can be yours for anything between $9,000 and $9,600. Now, let's review the Grand Seiko Snowscape High Beat 44GS. There's a lot to say about this one, but let's start with this. Watches like the High Moon are fascinating, but Grand Seiko really shines when it investigates the patterns and textures of the natural world. The white birch and its numerous iterations in colour have been among the year's most notable trees. However, snow serves as Grand Seiko's primary source of inspiration. Whether in the form of snowflakes, new snow, or snow infused with cherry blossom, the new Grand Seiko Snowscape High Beat 44GS SLGH013 is the latest addition to this wintry collection. Mount Iwate, a snow-capped mountain visible from the Grand Seiko's Shizukuishi studio, served as the inspiration for the snowy landscape depicted in the Snowscape, and we think it's pretty cool. The Snowscape dial's textural pattern is the most accurate depiction of snow to date. The comparison of a blizzard to a little snowfall exemplifies the harshness, rather poetically maybe. Everything's the chilly snap of a perilous frozen terrain blanketed in ancient snow that never melts. The freezing frost that seeps into rocks and erodes it away. The dial's angular shape and textured finish convey all of this information. On the other hand, that doesn't mean it isn't also stunningly lovely. Beautiful lines and angles characterize the 40mm case and 44GS hand-positioned on the crisp white dial. The next timepiece on our list is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual GMT Master 2. A Rolex watch is an absolute must for any video of this nature to contain, of course. Surely you weren't under the impression that we weren't going to get to the end of this discussion without bringing up this watch. It is a Rolex after all. Let's talk about the watch now. This new iteration of Rolex's Oyster Perpetual GMT Master 2 made its debut at Watch & Wonders 2022, and it has set a new bar for watches in both the aesthetic and functional design of their cases. The right-handed version of the GMT Master 2 watch is made of oyster steel, has an oyster bracelet, and is fitted with a Cerachrome bezel insert that is made of green and black ceramic. Absolutely lovely, don't you think? Which of these watches has you drooling like we are?